Hey guys! So I went to the store yesterday when the baby woke up from nap. We went to the garden center and I bought lots of beautiful, luscious new plants to put in the garden. I don't know exactly where they're going to go yet, but I'm going to show you what I got. So everything looks so pretty together. I wish I had a spot with nothing in it so I could plant it all together. Okay, I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer. All right, guys, doesn't this look so pretty? I got several Echinacea. I don't have any in my garden right now. I was going to order some seed for next year, and I probably still will and just grow some from seed. However, they were having a sale 2 for $10, so I went ahead and bought 6 of them. 4 of them are the PowWow variety. That's what these are right here. This was actually the seed I was going to purchase, so I'm glad to get to see it actually as the plant. But I got these because they only will get 15 to 18 inches tall and 12 to 18 wide. But I like the shorter height because I need shorter plants in the garden. I have a lot of stuff that gets really tall. A lot of the perennials and the self-seeding flowers and stuff, they get really, really tall. So I want some more color towards the front of my borders and that can just fill in some gaps and things. So I got 4 of these PowWow Echinacea. And then I went ahead and got a different variety as well that's a little bit taller. I only got 2 of these. Now these right here are the Prairie Splendor Deep Rose Coneflower. They get 18 to 22 inches high and 24 wide. So they get just a little bit taller than the PowWows, and the flowers are bigger and the color is a little bit lighter. So I think it would be pretty to have both in the same area. So there's just a little bit of staggered height and a little bit of difference in some of the color. Maybe they'll bloom a little bit differently as well. We'll kind of see. But at this point, I think that's the plan, is to kind of have them all together in one area. So we can get a really big statement out of them, and then we can always go back with seed next year and get more in other places. That's what I'm thinking, but we haven't laid them out. I don't even know where they're going to go, but that's the thoughts. Well, this right here is a small little 1 gallon, I think is probably what this is. Yeah, it's a 1 gallon. So this is a 1 gallon Encore azalea. This is the Autumn Majesty. It's more of a purple color. On the camera, it's looking really pink, but it is a little more purple than it is pink. And I think it's really pretty. I just planted that carnation, the autumn carnation azalea, over in the cottage garden, if y'all remember seeing that video. But this one gets 3 foot high, 3.5 wide. I think the other one gets a little bit bigger than this one, but this is a good size to fill in somewhere. And I just thought it was really pretty. So I think I might put this in the area that we worked on in the last video. I believe it was our last video, over by the new gate my husband installed to go into the goat field. There's a spot right there by the Silver King euonymus and the little haughty hydrangea where I think this could fit really well. But my dilemma with that is that I absolutely love it paired with this shrub, and I'd like to plant them together, but there's not room to do both over in that spot. So if I can find a spot to pair these together, I might do that instead. This is a gorgeous combination, and actually this would be really pretty as a foundation planting. Oh, you know how I've been wondering like what I'm gonna do over at the front porch area? You know, these are evergreen and then this is not. However, you know, lining these in front of this, that sounds really tempting, really pretty. Oh man, maybe we'll do that. Well, we'll see. But this right here is the Jazz Hands variegated Chinese French flower. It does produce blooms in the spring. I don't think I've ever seen this actually in flower. I I've been eyeballing this plant for a really long time. I saw it on another YouTuber's videos where they were putting together some different foundation plants, and this was paired with something else. I don't even remember what it was, but I remember thinking this was absolutely gorgeous because I love that it has the green, that it has some purple hues, it's got some pink, it has some white, and it's just so pretty. And it's gonna be like this, like all the time, all through the season. It doesn't flower, but it's gonna look like it has this color, like there's flowers, you know what I mean? And so I just thought it was so pretty, and I finally broke down. I finally bought it. I don't know where I'm gonna put it because they do get a little bit bigger. This one gets 4 to 6 foot tall and 4 foot wide. So I can't put this in front of the house. That would get way too tall because I don't have any kind of like porch. The porch is level with the soil, so I can't put it there. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I love it and it's so pretty. Let's see what else I can tell you about it. It is good in zones. Oh, this is kind of scary. I didn't even check this out before I bought it, but it's good zone 7B to 9. I am a zone 7B. So I really hope that we don't get like extra cold weather that this might not survive. That would be so sad. But hopefully we're good. We're gonna be optimistic. And I only bought one. So Nick's idea of putting this in front of the house because I think this is just gonna get way too big. But if I can find another spot to plant this and that Encore Azalea together, lovely. This right here is so pretty in mass at the garden center. They had like multiple pallets of this, and oh, it was gorgeous. I wish I could have bought like multiple pallets to put in my garden, but I couldn't. I only got 3 because they're a little bit pricey considering that I buy as much as I do all the time. But these are proven winners, meant to be Queen Nectarine Agastache. And I think they are so pretty with the coneflowers. Look at that together. I mean, you can see it together in my cart, but look at it again. I want to plant these behind all of my Echinacea and make just a gorgeous spot in the garden. So I've got to find a place for this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I got to find a place for this. But I've got 3 of these. I've got 6 of the Echinacea. I might have to go back and get more of these. I don't know. We'll see. But I think this is a gorgeous pairing. And even this with the variegated fringe flower that I just showed you is super pretty too. All right, let me show you up close because it's just so nice. Guys, I mean, look at this. It's just so stunning. Oh, I just love it so much. Isn't it all just breathtaking together? Like these two together, but then this works well with the Echinacea, which works well with the Agastache, and oh my goodness. What am I gonna do? Where am I gonna put it? Even looks pretty with the blue bench in the background, but that's a shade garden, so I can't do that. But gorgeousness. Okay, so the other thing that I purchased these Millennium Alliums. I've been seeing these quite often online in people's gardens, and they look so pretty. And I thought this would be a really good addition. If you all have these in your garden, let me know how the foliage does after they're done blooming. If they just get like a lot of the other allium foliage that blooms in the spring. Maybe that's not a big deal because it's fall and everything kind of dies back. Do these hold out all the way through up until like the first frost? Like, how does that go? I haven't really done any research. I just have seen them in people's gardens and think they look really pretty. So anyways, this one is coming in to bloom. The other one has much less. But I think I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm going to go ahead and divide these before I plant them so I can get more bang for my buck, because there seems to be quite a few in here. I could at least, divide them into 2 clumps so I can end up with 4 plants instead of just the 2. But the Millennium Allium gets 15 to 20 inches tall, 10 to 15 wide, and they are, I don't see zones on here, but it says -10 to -20 degrees hardiness, and we don't get nearly that. So I think they're good for quite a few of us, but I hope that these do well. I think they're so pretty, and they look how they look even with like the Echinacea. So I think I might plant these in the same grouping somehow with like the Agastache and the Echinacea and all. It looks so pretty. Where are we gonna put this stuff, guys? Man, this was like inspiration overload at the garden center. I just love it. Now that you've seen all of these gorgeous plants that I'm going to be putting out in the garden, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, that you click the notification bell, because our next video, I'm going to be finding a place for these and planting them out in the garden. It is going to be absolutely stunning. So make sure that you come back to check that video out. And I'll see you guys next time. Happy gardening.